If you've been wanting to lead a more minimal life, but you really don't know where to start and there's a big brick wall in your way and you're not sure what's causing that, then this video is for you. Everyone seems to be talking about minimalism at the moment, and that is for very good reason. Living a more minimal life is less stressful, it causes less confusion, and it's more about living an intentional life and living with less. So it's hardly surprising that this minimal movement is really gaining momentum. But if you've looked at how some minimalists live and think that that's way too extreme and you just can't imagine yourself living like that, well, take comfort in the fact that you don't have to. Minimalism looks different for everyone, and that's what this video is all about. It's about helping you get started on your very own minimalism journey, and it will look different from anyone else, and that's a good thing. In my experience, you have two options in starting your minimalism journey, and they are, first, you approach your biggest pain point. So it might be your closet that you just can't get under control, or it may be your kitchen that desperately needs decluttering. Whatever that room or that area of your home is, it's about tackling the biggest pain point for you. And generally, if you do that, and if you are that type of personality that can take on such a challenge, you will feel such a sense of accomplishment and a sense of order that it will make the journey so much easier. Now, if you're not the sort of person that finds it easy to tackle things head on, and if you feel overwhelmed by the task of decluttering, then the way for you to start is to start really small. Now, don't worry about it being too small. You might start with one drawer. It may be a bedside cabinet drawer. It may be a kitchen drawer. Just start small, and what you're hoping for is to build on that momentum. Once you start and feel that sense of satisfaction, you will be driven and motivated to continue. For me personally, I like doing a little bit of both. Sometimes I'm in the mood to go crazy and do an entire room or do a huge wardrobe makeover, and sometimes I'm just not feeling it, but there are some areas in my home that need some decluttering and need a system and need some organization, so I will tackle them and start small. And usually 99% of the time, that feeling of satisfaction is so great that I'm encouraged and inspired to continue. Sometimes getting started is as easy as getting inspired by what someone else is doing. Now, you don't have to copy someone else's style, but seeing how someone lives a more minimal life can really get you inspired to get started on your own journey. YouTube is a great source of minimalism inspiration. Obviously, Pinterest, Instagram, books, you name it. Do whatever it takes to get inspired to get you started. And of course, it's not about copycatting and stealing someone's style. It's about taking inspiration from what someone does and then making it your own. One of the most simple things that you can do to start on this journey is to schedule in the time. I mean, if you think about anything else in your life, if you don't book in time to do things, whether it's going to the gym or having a work meeting, often those things just don't happen. Life's busy and there are so many distractions and so many other things that we can spend our time doing. So it's really important to book that time aside and make a commitment to yourself that you are going to start. If you're struggling to lead a more minimalist lifestyle, then perhaps you need to identify what your temptations are. Do you get stuck online at night and spend and keep adding to your cart and buying? Is that a weakness for you? Find out what it is that is preventing you from leading a more minimalist lifestyle. Identify what those problem or tricky areas are, and then come up with a plan to fix them, to solve them, or to negate them. If you're really struggling to let go of things that you love or sentimental items, I do think it's really well worth remembering that things don't actually make us happy. Yes, we may have a sentimental attachment to them, but most items and most tangible things don't make us happy at the end of the day. It's the people in our lives, it's the relationships, and certainly for me, it's the experiences that I have in life that make me happy. And generally, I think that that's the same for most of us. Obviously, there are things that are in my life that do make me happy. I love my camera equipment, I love clothes, I love jewelry. Those items do make me happy, but not everything in my life is giving me joy. So being mindful of that sometimes makes it easier to part with those items that you've been struggling to let go of. Now, if you're constantly comparing yourself to other minimalists, that can be a real barrier as well. I love the saying that comparison is the thief of joy. It really is. Don't compare yourself to other minimalists. There's no perfect standard of minimalism that we should all be aiming for. It's about you. It's about making your life simpler, less stressful, and more enjoyable. Removing clutter from your life and leading a more minimal lifestyle, in my mind, should be about removing stress and living more intentionally and living a calmer, easier life. So if the process of becoming a minimalist is stressing you out, then just take a few steps back. Maybe now's not a good time. Maybe you have other stresses in your life, relationship stresses or work stresses that are getting in the way. So if you are struggling to really transition into a minimal life, then maybe you need to look at the timing. Maybe now is just not a good time for you to do it. It shouldn't be an excruciating process. It should be an enjoyable process. So if you're feeling stressed, put it on hold for a while and try and come back to it at another time, at another point in your life where it becomes easy and you feel more natural about it. If you're the sort of person that likes a little extra helping hand, then I did create a video a little while back called 30 Days to Minimalism, and with that video I created a free printable. I will link that video here so you can click on that and check it out. I'll also leave a link to that video and the printable in the description box below, and that is perfect for someone that just needs a little bit of direction as to where to get started. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you got value out of this video and it has inspired you to start on your own minimalism journey. If you did enjoy this video, I would love you to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.